Hey, Mark, you have a great question, and I have to admit, it's taken me a little bit of time to come up with a nice, clean answer for this. So I don't know what level of physics you're at, but I think the best example to give is the ideal gas. So when we think of the state of an ideal gas, what we're thinking of is, how much are the gas molecules uh, jiggling around inside of, some area, some container, and, how often are they hitting the walls, how fast are they going, and so forth. That's the state of the ideal gas. And if you look at something like the ideal gas law, you can get a sense of what might be some variables that helps specify this behavior of the gas. So for one thing, right, volume is a state variable because the smaller that you make the container, the gas molecules are going to bounce around a lot more. And pressure as well. If you increase the pressure, there's going to be you know molecules moving faster, hitting the walls more often, and obviously the more molecules you have in there, the more collisions you're going to have. And you can even have state variables like energy. Um, Energy is in fact a state variable for the ideal gas, because if you look at the kinetic energy of each of the individual molecules, that gives you a sense too of how they're all behaving inside of this container. So, and in fact, temperature as well is a state variable. It tells us how willing all of the gas molecules are in giving up their energy. So, you might imagine that gas molecules moving faster might give away more energy to whatever they hit than if they were moving slower. So in this sense, the temperature does give us an idea of what that state is for the gas. Heat, on the other hand, is not a state variable, precisely because heat is the transfer of energy either into or out of the gas from something else. And so because it is the transfer of energy, because it involves that other something else, it's not a variable that is related exclusively to the gas. Because it involves this other thing, whether it be your hand or the room around that the container is sitting in, or a water, a bathtub full of water, what have you. Because heat is specifically related to the transfer of energy between the gas and something else, it is not something that tells you explicitly what the behavior of those gas molecules are, unlike things like volume and pressure and temperature and the energy. All of those that I just named can be defined just by looking at the gas. Heat, on the other hand, requires you to look at something else. And it's that something else that makes it, because you have to look at something else, that doesn't make it a state variable. So I hope this helps. And if you have any more questions, let me know. Take care.